Broadcasting live in 185 countries, 6 3/4 continents, on the International Space Station, and carried on both Voyager Golden records. It's the Weekly Rumble, where we place 4 YouTubers in a cage with a live lion. Oh wait, that's not how this works? The Weekly Rumble, where we pit the wits and opinions of 4 YouTubers against each other. Well, Chris Knight dishes out the points, or takes them away. Without further BS, here is your host, Chris Knight.
What is up, everyone? I am Chris Knight, and this is the Weekly Rumble on the Real Review 3000. Yes, it has been a little bit of time, 2 weeks. I know it's not weekly, but hey, you know what? I don't care. It's my show, my rules. That's how it goes. But we're here with 4 panelists, including our excellent fill-in panelist who jumps in at the last second because he'll even tell you he likes to come on here and talk BS. Let's bring the panelists in. We have Rosetta. We have we have Danny. We have HanStar, and we have Alysia. So, guys, how you guys doing?
I'm good.
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Always.
I'm doing well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the rules. We're going to go through that, and then after the first 3 questions, we'll go ahead and go around the board here and have you guys tell everybody about yourselves. And to the chat, guys, please do me a favor and tweet us out. Also, panelists, please either retweet or tweet out something to let people know we're doing that. But here's how this works, guys. We're going to go ahead and pull up the rules. I actually have it up this time, so I'm kind of prepared today. It's kind of weird. Yes, I know. Shocking.
Wow.
It's absolutely shocking. All right, so this is how this works. There's 2 topics from each guest and the host, which is me, of course, for a total of 10 topics. The wheel of topics will select 5 of those topics for us to go over, and then we'll spin the wheel of time. The wheel of time has 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 minutes. If the 3, 4, or 5 minute time is selected, those times will go off the board, and the 1 and 2 minute times always stay on the board. Now, each panelist will get a response time to add something to the original responder statements. And now I'll only mention this now. It is the panelist's obligation to say that they have something to add if they do. And they can do that right after the person speaks. Remember, everybody gets to speak during their time and nobody else does. And if you do, I will take points away. That's how it works. Because the points are really important.
What if we talk while you're talking, Chris? Do you take points away from that?
You start at negative 500,000 points.
Right. Oh, really, Chris? You're really going to keep us quiet?
Yeah, that's how it works. Now, each panelist will get 1 mulligan that can add up to 5 minutes, which is the max time, or take it down to 1 minute, and they can use that any time and any combination of time, actually. So if the 5 minute time spins, but they only want to talk for 2 minutes, they can do that. That's how that works. Now, with that said, with everything like that going on, what's going on, Nindroid? How you doing today? Again, guys, please do me a favor and tweet us out. Here's how this works. We're going to bring up the new wild card wheel.
Oh, no.
Yes, it's the wild card wheel. This has all sorts of great stuff, like an extra mulligan, no 5 minutes, no 4 minutes, no 3 minutes. That means we'll take that time off, or no mulligan at all.
Which is what I got last time.
Or there's a free skip. There's a free skip, which means you will not be charged for that. So if that, I'll spin to see who gets that. There's a steal a mulligan. There's an ask for a respin, which means if that winner gets it and they don't like that topic, they can ask for a respin before we start.
Does the topic then go away, or is it just recycled for later?
It actually goes away.
Okay.
Wait, say that again? I didn't copy that.
Okay, so there is a ask for a respin. So that means whoever wins that, it means I'll spin the wheel of names, and whoever wins that can ask for a respin of topic at any time if they don't like the topic.
Can we ask for a new host?
No. Okay, and then there's a lose a mulligan, and then only one person will lose that. I'll spin for the winner of that one. Yes, the winner. And then there's a lock in on time. So what that means is that I will spin the wheel of time for the time, and I will spin for the winner, which means that winner will have to use that amount of time for the whole show. Yes, it's fun. So here we go. We're gonna spin the wheel.
Sick perverted shit you came up with.
We're gonna spin the wild card wheel. Oh, look at this! Look at this!
No 5 minutes.
So
Yes.
close. No 4 minutes.
So close.
No
That's
4
better.
minute time.
That's
So
better
what we'll
than
do,
Lose Your Mulligan.
what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I save this just because I don't want to lose this. But we're gonna close that. We will go to the wheel of time and we will take off the 4 minute time. It is not there. You guys all do have your mulligans. So everybody has one mulligan. That's how this works. And now let's spin the wheel of names to see who will go first. Looks like Rosetta's getting to go first for the first question. And again, after 4 topics, we'll spin it again to see who wins, as I have way too many animations going on this one. I don't know why.
Rosetta
Okay.
is going first.
So, Rosetta, you're going to go first. Hey, Memes, what's going on? Memes of Destruction is in the chat. Thank you guys for being here today. I really do appreciate it. So let me type up everybody's name. Rosetta, you will go first. And then Danny, then Han, then Alysia. Remember, I give points after each one of you go. And hopefully Alysia gets back before we go. We're going to see what the first topic is going to be. First topic is, were you interested in short episode web series? If so, which ones? If not, what was the reason you were not? All right.
What?
Okay. Were you interested in a short episode web series? So think of, I would say short episode, like something that's got like a 15-minute quick blurb. Rosetta, what were you thinking? Something like that? Oh, okay.
Sure, go with that. He wrote the answers for me. I was overworked.
Yeah, just I mean, I'm thinking of anything that's like a web episode, a web series. I don't know. I watch like Minty Comedic Arts. He does like 10 things you didn't know.
Oh yeah, he does. I like his channel. Yeah, he does good ones.
So something like that, like kind of like what you do, Danny. The chaotic conversation. Think that type of thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me find it on here. Yep. Were you interested in a short web series? If so, which ones? And if not, what were your reasonings for not being interested in that? All right. So I'm going to remove that topic. I'm going to make sure Alysia comes back in right now. And
let's get ready to rumble!
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun,
exactly.
dun, dun.
all right, Rosetta, let me get the wheel of time up here. We're going to see how long you have for the wheel of time.
God,
How long am I
1 minute.
proceeding?
2 minutes. That's how long you guys have to talk about it. If you want to use your mulligan, Rosetta, you just tell me.
I'm good.
Okay, so let me get this up. Let me get the time up. 2 minutes on the board, and your time starts now.
Well, I can pretty much clearly say that I was interested in them because part of what got me into a lot of the YouTube stuff was actually watching The Guild, which was short run by Felicia Day and was all about basically the people who played things like World of Warcraft and stuff like that and how crazy they actually are.
Oh, yeah.
There's also was a show that was short-lived that I wish had lasted longer, which was actually run by Brent Spiner called Fresh Hell.
Mm-hmm.
And Dragon Age series and a few others. I actually kind of liked them because I liked having something where you could just watch for 5 to 15 minutes, depending on what episode they did and what the story they put on it was, and then not have to worry about it again. That you could do something in between breaks. You could do something when you're taking a few minutes off at work or something and just be back to what you were doing. I loved the Guild, especially because it focused so much on the hardcore nerds and how crazy they act. And for me, that really was kind of a positive for me, because at that point I was getting into playing a lot of online games and stuff, which didn't last long. But but yeah, so that's actually what got me into searching a lot of the YouTube stuff all the time, was actually watching Guild. But I've heard a lot of criticism from people on it for, of course, you have a few-minute show and you have theme songs and intros and stuff on every episode. It gets annoying if you're trying to binge watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that side of it too.
Okay.
But honestly, the biggest plus to me is just it gives you something you don't have to obsessively watch for long periods every week. You can just have a few minutes here and there to enjoy and laugh. And other than that, that's about it.
All right. You got 6 seconds left.
I rule. Everybody else should just humbly accept what I'm talking about.
Okay, so you were getting 10 points. I think now you will get 0.
Oh, come on.
I will give you 10 points. Just remember, you are not that important on this show.
At least you don't have negative 15,000.
I'm rescinding that and going to put you at 0 again. We're just going to see if you messed up more. Okay. Danny, your 2 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
Okay, the only thing I really think of that I enjoyed for the shows being little mini shows and webinars was the Mortal Kombat Legacy. Came out 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Had 19 episodes. I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat. They did a fresh take on it, more modern, up-to-date take on what we used to seeing on the cartoons and in the live actions. I remember Michael Jai White playing Jax. I think Jerry Ryan was in it. I just really thought that the angle they took was, if I'm not mistaken, they were police officers, and then Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Shang Tsung were like a more modern version of what we're used to seeing. I thought the show was great. I don't know why it only lasted 2 seasons. I thought they had a good thing going. Well, I'm hoping that this new upcoming Mortal Kombat movie will possibly revive that or breathe new life into it if that's at all possible. But I think that, like Rosetta said, the little short shows, you could take a break at work, whatever, or if you're having somewhere, just knock it out for 15 minutes and watch a show and still be able to travel. If you use, I guess you have like Twitch or any other kind of streaming device, as long as you got a Wi-Fi signal, which now we have a bunch of hotspots you can have on your phone, is you can watch that and it's be very portable and not take up a lot of your time. So, like I said, Mortal Kombat Legacy, I think it came out in 2011. To me, it was awesome. I watched every episode and I was disappointed when they canceled it. So hopefully somebody will pick it up, throw a little money at it and revive it or reboot it or continue on with it. I would be excited to watch it again. So that's my pick.
Awesome. I'll go easy on everybody probably this round and just give you all 10 points right off the bat. So 10 points for Danny also. Han, I'm reserving judgment on you, so I'm not giving you 10 points just automatically. AVP gets 11 points because she helps me out so much on the show. So let's see here. We're going to go ahead and 2 minutes on the board for you. Han, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Your 2 minutes starts now.
First of all, everybody, my disclaimer, I literally got these questions an hour ago. So
hour and 10 minutes. Get it straight.
I'm sorry. There's going to be some BS, but this one's actually one I can answer. Yes, I like web series. The one I like in particular is a channel called CN Arsenal. They do a series called Primer where they're going through every weapon from World War I, and each episode is about a particular rifle or pistol or machine gun from World War I. Normally they have actual example of it. They show you the mechanics, how it worked, what was new or different about it, how the system works. And then they have a lady that's also part of the show named May that if they have the actual example of the rifle and they can, she shoots the rifle or pistol or whatever and tells you her thoughts on the way it handles, the way it shoots, and the accuracy, etc. I'm interested in history, so that's pretty cool. Like I said, it's no telling how long the series is going to go on because they started and they're going through every single arm from World War I from every country that participated in World War I. And since I'm kind of a history guy, I like the history aspect of it, and the mechanical part, the new designs of weapons, that being a massive modern war as we think of modern wars today, I would say. It's interesting how the war progressed and how the technology progressed with the trench warfare and trying to kill people efficiently on a large scale, I guess you would say. So that would be my answer. Seeing Arsenal's Primer series. If you're into history, it's a good channel. It's a well put together series.
All right. I gave you 10 points. And actually, that is a pretty cool series, actually, what you're talking about there. All right. Alysia, you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. So, do you know what the topic is?
Yes, it's about miniseries that I've watched.
Well, web series, short
Correct.
web series, like 5, 10, 15 minutes long. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
All right. So, yes, I have seen plenty of them. Mine actually, the first one goes back to the early 2000s, I want to say, when they had the Smallville miniseries. I think it was the Chloe Chronicle Watchtower miniseries that was supposed to tie you over. I think it was from seasons 4 and 5. And it was supposed to tie you over with the main story because they were talking about making more superhero themed episodes. And so that one I watched. I also watched the mini-series. I think they were about 20 minutes about the Scare PewDiePie series on YouTube. And then I also watched the one about, I think it was where these people were talking about science and saying, would it relate to action? Like, for example, there was the Back to the Future one saying how science related to the Back to the Future stories. Was it plausible or was it not plausible? And that really intrigued me because I was really curious. And one of them that really stuck out in my mind was the one they did about Home Alone. I'd always seen Home Alone all my life. And I always wondered, okay, it's a stupid, cheesy movie. But then when you find out the science behind it, that there's no way that these villains would have survived the multiple injuries that they sustained. So these miniseries were really, really good and informative. So I really enjoyed them, and I still enjoy watching them. I have, I think, 1 or 2 that I didn't watch, but mostly I really enjoyed watching them because it gave me information that I may have not thought of. Like I said, with the Back to the Future one, the Home Alone one, it gave me a lot of behind-the-scenes content without sounding preachy. So, yeah.
All right. Very good, very good. That's your time right there. And with that, like I said, I'm giving you 11 points because of the help you give me. See, who says it doesn't pay to be nice? Rosetta. Oh. Anyway.
I'm not nice at all. I need to come back there and take some stuff back.
Okay, so all right. So right after the first round, we have 10 points for everybody, but Alysia, she has 11, and we're going to go ahead and move right along now to the second topic. Spinning. And your next topic is monster movies. Books and comics are always popular genre, but yet all of the monsters seem to be the same kind. Mummies, Frankenstein, vampires, werewolves, zombies. Can you come up with a fresh new type of monster for this generation that doesn't feel contrived? This is like the 5-minute topic,
Yeah.
Everybody's like, no
topic.
Imagination.
No topic is ever a 5-minute topic, Chris.
Let's see what the Wheel of Time says there, Han, before you get all, you see, it listened to me. Yes, the 5-minute topic time. 5 minutes is on the board. Since it got spun, we're going to remove it from the board. Now, this is where the strategy comes into play. So, I'm going to put this in the chat for everybody. The question is, monster movies, books, and comics are always a popular genre, but yet all of the monsters seem to be the same kind. Mummies, Frankenstein, vampires, werewolves, zombies. Can you come up with a fresh new type of monster for this generation that doesn't feel contrived? So 5 minutes is on the board. Danny, you are up first in this one. So
Mulligan.
Mulligan. I hear a mulligan. Mulligan. Okay, so you have used your mulligan, and what time? How much time do you want to use for that?
1 minute.
1 minute. Oh my word! 1 minute. That's all you want to do is 1 minute. All right, 1 minute on the board.
Person that thought of that question.
1 minute is on the board, and your time starts now.
The answer is no. No,
you can't come up with
cannot come up with a fresh new idea. I don't care to come up with a new fresh idea.
Why
I
not?
like vampires and werewolves. So I'm gonna be old fashioned and say I don't give a damn. I like the old stuff. There's a saying: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I don't think it's broke. I like my vampires. I like my werewolves. I don't too much care for zombies or mummies. But
are you team Edward or team Jacob?
I'm team Jacob.
Oh, listen to that.
That's right. You got to read the books, buddy. Werewolves are much cooler than the vampires.
Listen, when it comes to the books like Twilight, I consider myself an environmentalist. That's a waste of paper. So
tomato, potato. I don't have any new ideas. Okay. I don't care. I can just take new takes on the old ideas, but
okay.
That's me.
All right. I'll give you 10 points because I was only going to give you like 15 or 5 points because it just seems like an easy answer. But you made it. You made a good case. And plus you answered the team Jacob, team Edward question like that. So I got to give you credit because that proves the point. Han, I got your 5 minutes on the board for you.
Mulligan.
Oh, that mulligan. You're so glad. You're like, I haven't had my mulligan for so long. Okay. So how much time?
I'll do 2 minutes.
2 minutes is on the board. I'll make sure I put on here that you're using your mulligan. Mulligan is used and the 2 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
I'm like Danny. I don't think I could come up with anything better or new. But I will say that an interesting movie, and I don't know what you would actually call the monster. To me, it would be a monster. It's a very interesting premise for a movie if you haven't seen it. It's a movie called It Follows, which is basically a sexually transmitted curse. And this monster, think kind of like the Ring chick, follows you until it catches you. And if it catches you, it kills you. But you can get rid of the curse by having sex with somebody else. But if the monster catches and kills that person, it comes back to you.
Oh, geez.
So it follows you forever. You can fly to the other side of the world, and eventually, I don't know if it walks under the ocean. I don't know how it gets there, but no matter where you go, eventually it'll catch you. And it sometimes takes the form of people you know to try to fool you. So if you haven't seen that movie, it's a very interesting. I guess you'd call it a horror movie.
Is it like? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say it's a very interesting horror type movie. And to me, that's a very interesting premise. I've never heard of a sexually transmitted demon. I don't know what you would call it. But it's kind of an interesting movie. And it follows you around, hence the name.
That is
It Follows.
How old is that movie, Hans?
I'd have to look it up. It's 2000s for sure. But I'd have to look it up and see exactly when in the 2000s. So, but yeah, to me, it's a very interesting take on a horror movie, other than your typical like, oh, my house is haunted, or I watched a video. You wake up after doing it with somebody, and they're like, oh, by the way, you don't have herpes, but there's a demon that's going to follow you and kill you if it catches you.
Wow.
Came out in 2014.
Yeah, it's if you're into horror movies, it's definitely a very interesting take on a horror movie.
So it's literally a whore.
Yeah,
You
it's
got
yeah.
You got 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I won't give too much away. I'll just say a chick at the beginning of the movie gets it, and there's certain parts in the movie where she may or may not practice sexual promiscuity trying to get rid of it. And it still keeps coming back. It still keeps coming back. She basically will find anybody that will do it with her so she can get rid of it, but it always comes back because they get caught, and if it catches you, it kills you. So it keeps coming back. So she's like, it doesn't say this, but in her mind, you can think she's like, how many people do I got to screw to get rid of this demon?
Well, obviously, she's the only one getting screwed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, I gave you 10 points because that was interesting. That's definitely interesting. Okay, Alysia, it's a 5-minute time. There is a mulligan. You have the mulligan. Would you like to use the mulligan, or would you like to talk for 5 minutes? Alysia? Alysia! Ah!
Alysia.
Hold on. We're gonna add right there. We're gonna have to remove this one. Okay, hold on. Add. All right. Okay. Why are you in here twice? Alysia?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm here.
All right.
Hold on.
So okay. All right. So, Alysia, you got 5 minutes on the board. Do you want to use your mulligan, or do you want to speak for the 5 minutes?
I got my 5 minutes. I'm ready.
Okay. You want 5 minutes. Okay. So your time starts.
Yes, I do.
Now.
Okay, so I was thinking this is going to show a bit of my geeky, nerdy side, but I absolutely love the Greek mythology. There are so many great creatures and monsters in those. The Minotaur, the Medusa, the Hydra, and these would make some really awesome monsters because they're not the same old, same old. There's the one with the Medusa one. I came up with one that's very unique and it's fresh. Basically, it's a Medusa that basically she has the snake heads, yes, but she's affected by the weather. So if she gets really, really cold, her snake heads might be affected by the weather, where you have to defeat her with, say, with more ice. If it's really super hot, you have to defeat her with the heat. If it's really, really cool outside, you have to defeat her maybe by warming her up. There's so many different possibilities if you come up with these fresh new ideas with that kind of thing. If you have the Minotaur, maybe you come up with a fresh way to defeat the Minotaur instead of just having him always being in the maze that he was always in. Maybe you could defeat him by, I don't know, maybe some kind of special stone, crystal that most people would have to go on a quest to go for this special weapon to defeat this Minotaur. There's also the Titans that were in the Greek and Roman myths. These creatures were super strong, and they weren't like a superhero, but they also had their own powers where they could use rocks, they could use weather, they could use space, they could use planets. They could use it to their advantage to defeat tentatively these Greek gods or goddesses that were considered immortal. But if you create it in a fresh new way, then this generation wouldn't seem like, oh, it's the typical superhero type of story without feeling like it's the same superhero story. So if you can come up with something that's like these Greek myths, but adopt it into a fresh new way, that way it won't feel like it's being borrowed. And so if you can come up with fresh new ideas such as that, I think that's a really cool idea. Getting back to the Medusa idea, maybe you have to poison them in a certain way that's not always the same way. Because, yeah, I love Dracula. I love all these great werewolves and all of that. But, like I said, they're always done over and over and over again. And I feel like this current generation needs to hear something besides just vampire stories, something besides werewolf stories, something besides the same old, because I think in some ways those stories have died off in a lot of ways because they first started doing them in the early 1920s. And here it is 100 years later, and we still haven't come up with fresh new monsters.
Well,
and if we can come up with fresh new monsters.
What
Okay,
about
go ahead.
Cloverleaf?
Your question, Chris?
What about Cloverleaf? Like the monster in that?
That's a good idea too. I mean, like I said, you could come up with that. And there's also other ones that adapted like these legends and turn them evil, such as the Sandman, where he's so-called supposed to be helping you go to sleep, but you have to defeat him because if you go to sleep too long, he kills you. So, like I said, come up with something fresh and new, like I said, such as that. Because most people say, oh, a vampire's going to do this, a werewolf's going to do this, a Frankenstein's going to do this. Like I said, here it is 100 years later, we still have those same kind of movies. Let's come up with something fresh, new, maybe adopt some story ideas here and there, create something fresh and new that doesn't seem like it's fresh and new. You know, well, I mean, how do I put it? It seems fresh and new, yes, but it doesn't seem like you're stealing that idea from the Greek myths or the Roman myths. Or these, maybe have an evil version of a Easter bunny, an evil version of a Santa, because there's ones, what is it? They call him in the, I think it's the Russian one. It's an evil version of
Krampus.
Klausden or something.
What now?
But anyway, he's an evil version of Santa, but
yeah,
basically he's very evil. Like I said, if you can do something like that, I think that would be really cool. So yeah, that's my ideas on how to come up with fresh new ones that doesn't seem the same old, same old.
All right. I will give you 10 points. 10 points is kind of the max that I give because it doesn't really matter. You know that.
Good
All right.
Monster 2 was on Edge of Tomorrow. I've never seen that before. That was pretty original.
Mm-hmm. That's true there, Danny. Rosetta, you got 5 minutes on the board. Would you like to use your mulligan?
No. You're dealing with mythology here. I'm good. I've got something that I don't think most people have heard about.
5 minutes is on the board. Then your time starts now.
See, I've got this obsession with really dealing with the native history and mythology I've been studying since I was a child. Of course, growing up with one tribe, but studying the others. And I've always kind of wanted to try to do something with what is known as Mishimishu, which is otherwise known as the Great Lynx.
I'm missing P on you. Is that what you said?
Mishipishu, which is supposed to be a mix between the cougar, mountain lion, and dragon that resides within the water. Mm-hmm. And this is a creature that is known for possession. It will rise and take hold of people's bodies and souls and control them while they're out on their spirit quests. It is supposed to have a face that looks like a mountain lion, lynx, bobcat kind of cat, but have the horns and build of a bison in the head. And the scales down the back of the dragon's body is actually supposed to be so sharp and spiked, it's actually supposed to be like daggers down the back. Now, as you can imagine, this could work really well when you mix this into a horror monster movie. You're talking possessions with a really twisted creature that is supposed to be able to transport itself through land and water any way it sees fit, basically. It is supposed to easily be able to overcome and take hold of humans, and even other spirits and animals are supposed to be easily controlled by it. So it is considered to be one of the most dangerous creatures in all of native mythology. And so to me, I find the effect of having a very unique body type and build and look it's supposed to have, combined with this absolutely twisted, sadistic creature, is to me really entertaining and kind of fun. Just be a little honest on that part there. It's supposed to be from the Anabitian tribes and from the Lake Superior area up in, yeah. And sorry, throat's a little seized up here.
Get a drink.
it's often prayed to from the tribe and trying to keep it from actually going after people. You're supposed to pray to it and basically beg it to be nice. So it's kind of a sadistic god of mischief, in a way of speaking.
Mm.
It is got multiple stories behind it, like where it was supposed to have seized control of one of the early settlers called Simon George and possessed him to jump off a building and break his ankle and leg. They are supposed to use the bodies of those that they have taken control of in order to find other victims and targets and travel. So it is literally take control, torture, mutilate, abuse, travel within, find another victim, take control. It's also supposed to be incredibly fast and able to disguise itself easily. As you can see, when you combine all these different aspects, this could really be a really twisted horror movie. Can't you see just throwing this in and throw a bit of Eastern mysticism and a little bit of the Kung Fu styles and stuff to it and really go crazy with something weird? And so I've always kind of thought this is one that needs its own story told in a movie because it's supposed to be really fun. It's also supposed to be known as intensely protective. Once somebody has earned its favor, it is willing to do anything to protect it almost. And it's supposed to be incredibly vengeful, seeking horror, torment, and revenge on anyone who's wronged it or its followers for generations to come. So it is supposed to basically be the ultimate combination of a cat and a dragon with a lot of evil Loki-like behavior. I kind of like that idea.
Well, you got 12 seconds left. Come on, you can keep going.
I'm sitting there thinking what else I could say about it. But yeah, it's to me, I think it would have the most original story because it's so different from anything we've actually seen.
And time is up. 5 minutes is a little harder than it seems, isn't it?
Other than getting a couple times.
Yeah. All right, I gave you 10 points. Everybody's at 20 except for Alysia. She's at 21.
Why didn't I use that mulligan?
Well, she still has it, though, so you never know. So, all right. That is our, I believe, second question. Yeah, that's our second question. So now we're going to go to the third question. The third question of tonight is what are your thoughts? Oh, excuse me. What are your thoughts on Michael Keaton's possible return as Batman? What are your thoughts on Michael Keaton's possible return as Batman? So we will make sure we put this into the chat so people can have it. There we go. And then we will go to the Wheel of Time, spin the Wheel of Time to see how much time you guys have to talk about this. And it looks like we're getting rid of the 3-minute time now. So no more 3, 4, or 5 minute time. Everybody say goodbye to those. 3 minutes is on the board. And this time, Han, you're going to start, which means you don't have a mulligan. You are out of mulligans. So 3 minutes on the board, and your time starts now.
I support it. I liked Michael Keaton as Batman. That's my kind of first thoughts if I think Batman movies from when I was younger as Michael Keaton. So I'd like to see him return as Batman. Not necessarily the main Batman, maybe the passing of the torch, so to speak, to a newer Batman.
Like a Batman Beyond?
Yeah, something kind of like that. Yeah. I don't know. That's, to me, Michael Keaton's just Batman. So
he's Batman.
I could see the positive and the negative of it. A lot of people, especially people that aren't really used to him being Batman's like, why are they bringing this guy back to be Batman and do whatever it is he does? Now, I don't think he should come back and like take the movies back over. but he could come in and play not necessarily a cameo, but like a role in, say, the beginning of the movie, where he is somehow involved with the newer Batman.
Okay.
And I would support that. I don't know that the fans would support that because, like I said, you have a lot of newer fans that aren't probably as down with Michael Keaton Batman as some of us that kind of grew up with that movie is kind of our first theatrical Batman experience. So I could see how there could be pushback or people that are like, why the hell is he on here?
Yeah, you think about it that most of us, except for like our parents, most of us have only known that Batman as far as in our lifetime. Yeah, we've seen the 66 version, we've seen the campy one, but that wasn't when we were kids. I mean, that Keaton is our Batman. That was the first Batman we knew live action. So yeah.
Yeah, and it just all depends how it would translate, because obviously people around our age bracket, I'm thinking, would be down for it because that was our Batman. But it would really depend on what age range they're targeting for the movie. Because unless younger people have went back and watched that movie, or they understand that it's our Batman, and a lot of people be like, that's the old people's Batman. Kind of like we would think that about our parents watching the old kind of campy Batman series, which I did like the old Batman series. It was fun.
That was good.
So I say yes if done properly, which we can't necessarily count on Hollywood to do it properly, and have it be a limited role, like maybe the first quarter to possibly half of the movie, not come back and totally take the role back over 100%. A little more than a cameo to give us another taste of Keaton Batman.
Okay. All right. I will give you the expected 10 points. So I will give you that. And we will move on to Alysia. Alysia, you have 3 minutes on the board. Would you like to use your mulligan, or would you like to go ahead and use the 3 minutes?
Let's go with 2 minutes to play.
2 minutes. You want to use your mulligan. Mulligan is used. 2 minutes is going to be on the board, and your time starts now.
Okay, so if the script is written properly, first of all, is it picking up from the Batman where he was last portraying the part of Batman, or Bruce Wayne, or is it picking up from where the last Batman film was made?
Which would you prefer?
So they're picking up from the current one.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is just conjecture. It isn't guaranteed. He has not been confirmed to be coming back.
Okay.
He's supposedly in talks. So which would you prefer? Would you prefer that they take over from his Batman Returns showing, or would you prefer that they just kind of accept that he's been there the whole time?
Maybe where he's been there the whole time, but it's been, say, an alternate universe kind of version of Batman, so to speak. That's the reason why there's been multiple Bruce Waynes all this time. And so I grew up with Michael Keaton as Batman too, and I absolutely adored him as Batman because he had the persona. He gave me the feel that he was Batman, that he had that Bruce Wayne and the alter ego of Batman together. So I think it's really cool if they can do that. If they can pass on the torch in a fresh new way, where he's passing on to a younger actor and get a good director to pass that on with it, and the music and good co-stars with that, I think it would be a really great film to see. So if it's done right, I think it would do really super well. If not, it's going to flop. But I think if they can pick up and explain the reason why there's been multiple Batmans this whole time, put the right cast, put the right crew, I think you've got a good film there. And I would definitely go see it, and I would highly recommend others to see it as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Kate. So 2-1. I'm going to take your point away. That extra point I've been giving you. You left me 6 seconds left. Come on, get with the program.
Sorry.
Jeez. Okay, so everybody's at 30 points right now. I'm just telling you. Rosetta, I'm being nice here. I'm just going to give you the 10 points because they don't matter. Okay, so 3 minutes is on the board. Rosetta, would you like to use your mulligan?
1 minute.
1 minute. Mulligan is used. 1 minute is on the board. Your time starts. Oh my! I can only imagine some of the things that are about ready to come out of your mouth. 1 minute is on the board. Time starts now.
I've never really cared that much about Batman in movies in general because I'm very much traditional to the comics and their old series and that. So he's good for what he did and all that, and I give him that credit and stuff. But it was never my thing, and so I think it would be good for the fans if they do it right. But to me, do I care? Would I be interested? I don't really give a rat's butt. I mean, this is how it is. It's like, yawn, next, but that's not anything against the actor or the part. It's against me being this perfectionist who likes it the certain way to the comics. And so, yeah, I don't have a long time on this because basically my opinion is if they do it right and do it for the fans in a way that's respectful, I really support that. I'm happy for that because I want the fans to get what they want, but it's just not my thing.
Okay. No, that's perfectly fine. I completely understand that. So now, are you a fan of the animated series?
The animated series I liked because it was a little easier for them to get it really just perfect persona for both because they didn't have to deal with the person itself.
Understand. Yeah.
Special effects, but
Kevin Conroy is an excellent voice for Batman.
Yeah, and Hamill made a new crap.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely, for sure.
But I'm just very traditional on a lot of superhero stuff. I like the old stuff the most. So
okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so we have 3 topics down, guys. We got 2 more to go, but we're going to go ahead and go around the board and make sure everybody gets a chance to tell you about themselves, where they can be found, all the stuff they're working on currently, and things like that. But before we do that, let me say hi to the chat. We have Mike Shrews. We have Onzo from Biggerford Entertainment. We have the Austinator. We have Nindroid. I saw Ords Bored here. I saw Memes of Destruction here. Who else have I seen here? I've seen JJ's been here. Angelus Draven. Guys, thank you very much for stopping by tonight. And hopefully you guys would consider helping us out. Tweet us out. Let people know that we're doing this right now. And if you want to become a part of the Weekly Rumble, sometimes do me a favor. You can DM me at chrisknight5150, or you can email me chrisknight@therealreview3000.com, and I will get you on the show as soon as humanly possible. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and go to the person right that way. This way. Yeah, there you go. I got to remember sometime. Okay, right this way. It's Rosetta Allen. Please tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found.
I am basically just a crazy little artist nerd who runs her mouth a lot and swears a lot, but you can find me under Rosetta Allen easily on any search on YouTube, or I'm sure somebody else can drop the link because I'm busy here. But you can find me as over at Signet Rosetta over on Twitter, but not really right now because Twitter doesn't like me. Other than that, the biggest thing I'm about is really focusing on art and culture and trying to actually get people involved in making new things and creating new things, which is why I'm so pumped that my boss that I'm working with on his comic will be launching his first version of it tomorrow night.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And so check her out. She's got a lot of stuff. She does a lot of different things. She jumps on a lot of people's chats. I think after this at 9:00 tonight, you're doing a Star Trek panel, Wrath of Khan. That's what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so make sure you jump over there, and I'm sure there's several people that'll put that tweet out for you. And up next is Danny Graham of Comic Chat, and also part of the KHAOS crew, who I am a part of. So, Danny, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found, and things you're working on.
I am Danny. My channel is Comic Chat here on YouTube on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me on one of our shows called The Chaotic Conversation. It's myself, Chris, Maz, Mama Bear, Terrence, and now Onzo on Chaotic List on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find me, Chris, and Onzo, and special guests that we choose to be on the show. Square One is on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2-hour special, a 2-hour show with me and Anzo. I think this week we'll be talking sports. We're going to try and get away from our normal topic. We're just going to talk nothing but sports. Then again on Sunday, Rule of Three at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with me, Chris, and Anzo. And then 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays, Equilibrium with me, John, Terrence, and Anzo. So please join us. We have several different shows throughout the week. So if you don't catch them all, at least catch one.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like you said, we're doing the Chaos Central thing. Some great streams. We talk some great stuff, and yeah. So, Danny, thank you very much for being here. Same to you, Rosetta. I don't know if I said thank you. I do really appreciate all my panelists being here. It does help me out a lot, and they do bring a lot to the table. Except for the next guy. The next guy is a full BS artist. He'll tell you every time. He comes. In fact, he'll show you his notes. It's on a blank piece of paper, and actually, he might have to grab it out of his trash can. If you've ever watched Name That Tune, you will know that his point system is somewhere down there in the trash can of Destiny.
I keep last week's until the next show, then I throw. So I do actually keep the last show for 2 weeks.
At one time, you actually had. Yeah,
I have last week's.
Yeah. Well, show him your notes for tonight. Are your notes for tonight in there?
Yeah. They're right here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There you go. Perfect. This gentleman right here is HanStar, one of the guys I stream with quite a bit also. Make sure you check him out. HanStar, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found.
Hey, everybody, I'm HanStar, youtube.com/HanStar. Right now, I'm mainly just doing live streams. I have my Wednesday night live streams. They're bi-weekly, so like last Wednesday, yesterday, we did a Jackbox game night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Next week, we'll do Name That Tune. Actually, it'll be the Tournament of Champions. It's also 11 p.m. Eastern. So Wednesday, I'm either doing Jackbox or Name That Tune, 11 p.m. Eastern. Name That Tune, you'll see Chris Knight there. He's my DJ. Graciously shows up and plays the tunes for us. I'm also probably getting ready to shoot a couple short videos if I quit being lazy, because right here behind me, I have Anthony's art book that I haven't opened yet.
Nice.
And I also have
Worth it.
And I also have Wart the Wizard.
Ooh.
That I haven't opened yet.
Is that the one you're in?
Yes.
Yes.
I am in fact in Wart the Wizard. I'm a drawn in character, and I can change my avatar back real quick. I'm in Wart the Wizard.
Yes.
So that's me in Wart the Wizard. I still don't know exactly. I know I'm a barkeep in Wart the Wizard because I was about to say
you look like some German barkeep.
I chose what I wanted to be, but I don't know how I'm actually involved in the story. All I know is I'm me and I'm a barkeep, and I have a cat, a black cat named Tattoo, which was my cat that passed away a couple years ago that I had for 16 years. So I have a bar cat, and I'm in a bar. So. Yeah. I plan on opening these and doing kind of an unboxing and short review of Anthony's book and of all the goodies and stuff you get with Wart the Wizard. And I'll probably find myself in the book and also show myself in the book. So everybody can get a little sneak peek if they haven't got their Wart the Wizard yet. And you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram at HanStarYT. And thanks for having me on to bullshit again, Chris.
Not a problem.
Giving me like an hour notice, like you've done like 3 times.
Hey, you know what? The first, if somebody drops out at the last second, the first thing I'm like, HanStar, call on.
Chris, by the way, it reminds me, your signed copy of Anthony's is supposed to be here Wednesday.
All right, cool. I will definitely be looking forward to that. Yeah. So maybe you just keep everybody nice and drunk, Han. Maybe that's your job in that book.
That could be. Yeah,
I like that.
It could be. I am a barkeep. So.
Yep. All right. So last but not least is Alysia Victoria Parker, AVP, as you all know her. And Alysia, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Okay, so I'm on social media on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter. I'm also starting a new channel for the Orbital community, which will be starting hopefully later on in this year. But I do have a new YouTube channel that I'm going to be promoting a lot more, which is basically AVP Orville 2020, and that's gonna be just for.
Oh, she got dropped again. Okay. Well, if she comes back here in just a second, we will get her. Oh, there she is. Hold on. Got to let her device connect. There you go. Okay. And we're waiting. Is it going to come back? Sorry, guys. Gotta love internet issues sometimes. Okay, well, we'll wait for her to fully rematerialize, and we will spin the wheel of names. And when she comes back, we'll let her finish her spiel. Here we go.
My question on that.
You didn't?
Nope.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then we'll wait. You're supposed to say something before all that stuff. All right. Well,
You the host.
well, yeah, but you know, it'd be helpful if people help reminded me. I mean, I'm just saying. You know. Okay, fine. So go ahead and talk about that. The Batman. What's your thoughts on Michael Keaton returning as Batman?
Was it 2 minutes or 3?
It is 3 minutes, and let me get the thing up here. Boom, 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 ba-da-ba-dum. 3 minutes is on the board, and your time starts now.
Okay, I hope that they will do a flashpoint of some sorts. Then if they do that, then they can kind of retcon everything, and that way they can do Batman Beyond. Because I keep hearing everybody say this one thing: superhero fatigue, hero fatigue, hero fatigue. Well, if they do something different that we've never seen before, which Batman Beyond we've never seen before other than in the cartoon form, that'd be something totally new, something totally different. And I think Michael Keaton is the perfect person to pull off the older Batman, training the younger Terry McGinnis. And I keep hearing a lot of people say, how many times are you going to tell the same story over? How many times are you going to see Bruce Wayne parents get killed in Crime Alley? How many times are you going to see Uncle Ben get killed? How many times are you going to see Jal-El and Superman's parents get killed on Krypton and he come here? So you got to have different new ways to get fans. And I think one of the new ways to get fans is to tell them different stories that they haven't been just repeatedly shoved down their throat. We've done seen 4 or 5 different versions of Superman. We've done 3 or 4 different versions of Batman. We've done seen 3 or 4 different versions of Spider-Man. But we've never seen, other than the cartoon, which people have done forgot, except people that grew up in our time, the Batman Beyond, which is something new, which is something fresh, which is what I think would breathe new life into the Batman franchise. And it's something that we never saw. If they do it correct, and I'm saying a big if, and I really think that the success of the Zack Snyder cut is going to determine whether some of these ideas go forward or stay in the closet or wherever they're lurking at. We hear from them every now and then. If Zack Snyder's cut is a success, which I think it will be, and people are clamoring over it, then I think that's going to open up DC for new ideas. And I hope one of those ideas is to do a Flash movie, which they can retcon and go any direction they want to if they do a Flashpoint, and then come out with Michael Keaton being old Batman. Find somebody for Terry McGinnis. We were talking last night on the stream, and I think the guy that plays in Maze Runner, can't think of his first name, something O'Brien. I think he'd be the perfect Terry McGinnis. Also, I've heard thrown around Taylor Lautner, who played Jacob. I know he has a martial arts background, but his acting skills are kind of lacking. But I definitely think Batman Beyond would be the perfect way to re-energize the Batman series, the Batman franchise, and they got to do a Flashpoint that way to give them a blank canvas, and they can go ahead and do the work necessary to get the fans.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I gave the 10 points. So now you're at 30 also. All right, Alysia. Are you there, Alysia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead and finish
What's up?
go ahead and tell everybody, finish up telling everybody about yourself, and then we'll get to the next topic.
Okay, so basically, I'm in the process of creating a new Orville community for the Orville community exclusively, which is going to be under AVP Orville 2020 here on YouTube. Also, I'm working on a GoFundMe. If you guys can help with that, that'd be a big help. And so, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and in the private chat, send me that link in case I didn't put it down below. I can't remember if it's down below. I think it is, but just in case it isn't, send me that link for the.
It is.
Okay, cool.
It
I just
is.
wanted to.
I'll give it to you just in case.
Okay. Now, everybody that's on today, all their links can be found down below. Make sure you go check them out, guys. And the next topic is boom. Boom. Mixer is being taken over by Facebook. What are your thoughts on the matter? Mixer, I believe, isn't that a dating app? Or what is it?
No, it's a gaming.
Oh, it's gaming
service.
I have no clue.
You're thinking of Grindr. Chris.
Oh,
That's what you're
am I?
thinking of.
I don't think I'm thinking of that.
Well,
But-
on this one.
Oh God. Okay, so Mixer's being taken over by Facebook. What are your thoughts on the matter? Let's see how long you guys get to talk about it. It's either 1 minute or 2 minutes. Everybody's hoping for the 1 minute, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not going to get back around. 2 minutes is on the board. I think everybody has used their mulligan. Yes, everybody has used their mulligan. So 2 minutes is on the board. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here. Up next is, that's the fourth topic. This is the fourth topic. So, Alysia, you are.
Alysia used her mulligan, is she?
Yeah, she did. Everybody did. Oh, and she just dropped out. Oh, no, she's up first, though. That's the thing. We're going to give her a second to try to come back. Actually, let's go ahead and just get Rosetta, let's get you going. 2 minutes on the board. And time starts now.
What can I say other than who gives a flying rat's ass?
Uh-huh.
I mean, seriously. Okay, online game, crappy online social media, whoop-de-freaking do. I mean, I just can't say enough how little this freaking matters in the grand scheme of things, even to nerd culture. Don't care, won't care. I could say it over and over because I have to kill time because the stupid clock hates me.
Well, let me ask you this. This is kind of like what am I thinking of? Yeah. Oh, Twitch, right? I mean, Twitch or Discord. This is like something along those lines. Is that kind of right?
Yeah, I had to Google it because
Yeah,
I never heard it.
Exactly. So this is like
Don't
the
care.
this is like the bottom of the heap. It's like the
So what could go wrong when you combine something full of thoughts with a whole bunch of freaking elderly people on Facebook? What could go wrong?
elderly.
Yeah, my dad is still on Facebook and I'm not.
Mostly older people anymore. Let's be
The
honest.
only thing I ever use Facebook for is to throw out links and tell people I'm going live and stuff. That's the only thing.
So I don't have to have my family involved in the rest of my freaking crap. That's the only thing it's for. Let's be honest here.
There you go.
Who cares? Facebook's for old people, and if old people want to act like Twitch thoughts and shake it, I don't want to watch.
What the hell? Wow. Oh my gosh.
Nobody wants to see my 70-something-year-old dad jiggle.
That right there. I mean, let's be. I don't care. I couldn't care less. I won't care less. So let's just pretend that I actually gave you an answer that wasn't anything but just vulgarity and move on.
Okay.
I think Rosetta didn't care about it. I think it's what I got from that.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, okay. I'm going to ask one more time, Rosetta. Do you care?
No.
Oh, okay. I got that. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to give the 10 points to everybody because God knows this is not.
Whose question was this?
Yeah, whose question was this?
The person you're standing in for, Han.
It was Drew's question.
Yes, it was Drew's.
Later.
So Drew put a crappy question in and then backed out at the last minute.
Well, I guess you can look at it like that. Yeah. Okay. So Alysia, are you there?
Yes, Chris,
Okay.
I'm here.
All right, I just want to make sure. Okay, so 2 minutes is on the board. You were first up this time because you're the last person in line. This is the fourth question. So 2 minutes on the board. And the question was, Mixer's being taken over by Facebook. What are your thoughts on the matter? 2 minutes on the board, and your time starts now.
Okay, so I feel like Facebook is trying to control too much. They're trying to create their own little empire because I think they're jealous of the fact that Google has got their own empire and they're trying to get on their bandwagon, so to speak, saying, oh, they got this, they got that. Why can't we make this for ourselves? And so I think they're jealous of the fact that they're seeing a lot of people using other alternatives such as Twitch, Discord, and these other gaming means, and they saying, oh, let's revamp this one and put our brand to it. But the thing is, if they do that, there's going to have multiple people viewing that really don't need to watch gaming videos, because some of these gaming videos honestly are not appropriate. Because one of them I was playing, literally it was just a computer game, and it was about Bluebeard, and it was talking about how his children were evil offspring, and you have to literally destroy the curse in order to free the girlfriend and everything. It's just like, really, if they put this kind of stuff on a gaming channel on YouTube, how are you going to explain that to them? Because here on YouTube we have the thing saying safe for kids, not safe for kids. Facebook doesn't have that kind of filtering, and the thing is, they need to get their own empire. Stop trying to get on their own.
But that's what everybody does these days. They sit there and they buy it out.
Get too many hands and too many pies, and yet they're not succeeding. And they know people don't want to go to Facebook like they used to. I mean, people are going to Snapchat. People are going to Twitter. People are going to Instagram. People don't want to use Facebook for gaming because they don't view that as the proper means to do it. So Facebook just needs to basically back off and find their own kind of thing instead of stealing the other people's stuff. So, yeah.
Well, then. Yes, she went there hands in pies. Oh, wow.
I have to just say, Facebook just needs to realize they're irrelevant and move on.
Oh, you know, that's a possibility. All right, Danny, the most exciting 2 minutes of your life is about ready to start. Are you ready?
That's what she said.
2 minutes on the board, Danny. Your time starts now.
Question was, Mixer is being taken over by Facebook. Thoughts matter. My thoughts is, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
My answer is I have no thoughts. I am neither on Facebook nor Mixer, nor do I care to be. If I had the means, opportunity, mission, I would hunt down this person that wrote this question and pays him for writing this mess, because this is something I truly
make sure you live stream that, Danny, because I would also like to see that.
Be nice to Drew, guys.
Oh my God.
I know he kind of photobombed this in a way.
My brother, but he needs pants for this freaking question.
I kind of view this as the photobombing of this show. It's like, I'm going to give you a topic, and then like an hour before it's time to go live, I'm going to drop out. But I should have asked you for 2 topics, Han.
I guarantee you none of them would have been about Mixer.
No.
I guarantee you that.
All right, 47 seconds still, Danny.
Never heard of it. Don't even know anything about it. Can't speak on it intelligently. So I'm just like, I have no thoughts.
Okay.
Facebook, I believe, is a devil's playground. I've always said that. I don't get on there only if I have to in my profession, which you know what that is, Chris.
Yep.
But I don't mess with it. It causes too many questions. Who's that? Who's that sending a book? Who's that sending that? I don't know who this person is. Somebody I was in high school with. Don't be asking me 50 million questions. That kind of shit pisses me off. I'm sorry for the language.
Yeah.
I don't even get on it because it causes too many questions. I get too much time, energy to do other things than answer 50 million questions about somebody who I used to talk to 20 years ago.
Time's up. Very good. All right. Han. I would say this is going to be the most exciting 2 minutes of your life, but I'm not sure if you can last that long. So, with that said,
that's what you said too.
That was probably when I created my kids. That was probably the most exciting 2 minutes of my life.
times.
And the other, no, don't start the clock yet. The other most exciting 2 minutes of my life is that I watched my kids leave when they moved out.
Only took him 2 minutes. Is that like Bill Murray's character in Scrooge where he's watching and counting the time that it takes to throw Bobcat Goldthwait out?
It was only 2 minutes because I didn't watch them pack their stuff up. I just watched as they loaded like the last few things and pulled out of my driveway.
Oh, okay.
And I was in the window going, yes, I get my office.
Like, get the hell out. Bye-bye, bitch. Right?
I was like, yes, and don't forget to leave your house key.
Yeah.
See you never.
All right, 2 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
I'll quote Rosetta, only be a little bit nicer and say I don't give a rat's flying freaking patootie about it. I think we all answered this question because we all had to Google what the hell Mixer even was. Did you have to Google what Twitch was? If you've been online even a little bit around YouTube, or I'm not even a modern gamer.
Wait, you don't hear the mix, like you don't hear Mixer Minx. You hear Twitch thought.
To me, it's just a power play by Facebook. Like you said, they're doing what modern companies do. They think we have trillions of dollars and I'm Mark Zuckerberg, so I'm going to buy something out somebody else already made. I'm going to make a power play to compete with Twitch. It's not going to work. And because nobody cares, obviously, about it. None of us have heard of it. Everybody is on Twitch. Anybody I know that video games. Yeah, anybody that video games online is on Twitch. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's just a power play, another thing in their portfolio. Oh, they think they're going to be big and bad and come after Twitch. That would be like them buying some online store and saying, oh, we're going to go after Amazon. No, you're not. That ship has sailed. You should have come up with something like Twitch to start with. If anything, it's just going to be a shit show, and it's just another way for them to mine data off of people. That's probably one of the big things about it is if you're on that and you're not really a Facebook person, but now you're forced to interact with Facebook, then you're now another data mining opportunity.
Do you think that that's kind of something they'll do? Because like a lot of the things that Facebook has bought, like Instagram, if I get a message on Instagram, I see it come up and says, hey, somebody from Instagram messaged you, but it comes up in my Facebook Messenger too. So it's like they're all connected. So if they do that, God, that will piss some people off for sure.
All they're doing now is they're going to be able to data mine video. The 5 people apparently that stream on Mixer that we don't know who they are, and I give up Facebook. I gave up Facebook like 4 years ago.
Well, perhaps since I've never really seen her on a live stream or anything, maybe Infamous. Maybe that's who's on.
Maybe
Mixer.
that's who streams on there.
Maybe
every online gamer I know. And I'm not even a modern gamer, so I give about as much a care about modern gaming as I do Mixer. I know they all have a Twitch channel.
Yep.
But
for sure.
My take on it is it doesn't care, and I'm still mad at Drew, and I hope that Danny finds him and live streams tasing him.
Tase him, bro. Tase him.
Last question of the night, guys. Boom. Card collecting, such as baseball cards, Pokemon, and were popular hobby for for decades. Which ones did you collect and why, or why not, or why not if you didn't? All right.
Bonus points for being tortured.
What?
I want bonus points for being tortured.
You've tortured so many people, Rosetta.
No,
it's your turn.
You don't get that. You don't get the no.
You know,
How is that torture?
Because she thinks it's torture because she's not. You
Stop
never
being
collected.
smart,
You never
smart,
collected any
smart,
cards. You never collected any cards of any sort.
I did.
No. She studied
I
ancient
did.
Indian creatures, half leopard, half.
Where the hell did I have money for card collecting? Think about
Even
what
though-
I don't know. I didn't say you did. I just said you don't. Oh God. I'm being tortured now. How has this happened that I'm the host and I'm getting tortured? Oh my word.
Apparently you don't think very good when you pick your panels. That's why you're being tortured.
Okay, I take back what I said earlier.
I think
I'm going to
Nick
get some to my channel again on
Okay. Here we go. All right. So let's see how much time we get to speak about this. Everybody's praying for the 1 minute, right?
You should change your name to Chris Knight, the cat herder. Because most of these that I've been on is like you trying to herd cats.
Actually, they don't go that bad. 1 minute's on the board, guys. You got 1 minute to talk about this card collecting. If you collected cards, what cards did you collect? If you didn't, why not? So 1 minute is on the board. We're also going to spin the wheel of names one last time to see who's going to start this round. And then we get to find out who won after this. I'm not going to tell anybody what points they got this time around. And the final points will determine the winner, of course. Han, you are up, and you are first in this. So let's wait for the over-exaggerated animation there. And 1 minute is on the board. And do you remember the question?
Yes, I do.
All right, cool. 1 minute on the board, and your time starts now.
I could actually go over a minute, which is surprising. I'm not a sports ball fan, but I did actually collect baseball cards, mostly because my grandpa was a big baseball fan, and it was kind of something that pulled us together. I still have a big cardboard box full of baseball cards somewhere that I probably need to get out because some of them may or may not be worth some money now because I collected them like late 80s, early 90s, so maybe some of them are worth a little bit. Also collected Garbage Pail Kids because Garbage Pail Kids were awesome. And I also collected, now the kids, if there's any kids in the chat, we're really going to have to explain what this is. We thought Michael Keaton Batman was hard to explain. I collected Pogs. Anybody remember Pogs?
Oh,
Yes.
With the Pogs, and you had all the different slammers, and you had the tube you could store them in. You could play Pogs with your friends. So, yeah, I collected baseball cards, Pogs, and Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, there you go. Alysia, 1 minute is on the board. Are you ready?
Yes, I
Your
am.
time starts now.
Okay, so yes, I collected sports cards of all kinds. I mean, I have football ones, I have basketball ones, I have hockey ones, I have baseball ones. So I have albums full. I even have a baseball card that I got at a baseball show. I think it was a baseball show where you get to make your own custom-made baseball card of yourself as a baseball player. So basically, you went to a baseball show and they gave you a uniform, they gave you the props, and you spent, I think I want to say maybe $20. It could have been a little bit more. But anyway, I did that, and my mom has one. And like I said, I really absolutely love them. I know there's some of them that are rare that if you find them, that there's typos on them. And there's certain ones that you can't find anywhere else except in card format. So yeah, I still have mine, and I enjoy keeping them. They bring a happy time.
All right. 1 minute's on the board for you now, Rosetta. Your time starts. And actually, Rosetta, I would say this kind of goes across the board as just collecting. If you collected anything, I don't know. I mean, I would think that counts too. But 1 minute on the board, and your time starts now.
Yeah, I mean, what did I have growing up? Cards were expensive and a lot of use I couldn't have in the packs and stuff. Never had that because we were always broke. The only thing I really had at all that I collected as a kid was clearance books from the library so I could read. So I guess sci-fi and comics, but not the actual collectibles. It just whatever I could find that was cheap and marked down and usually worn out and beat up. But hey,
well, okay. But like with comic books, like what was like a comic book series that you really liked?
I like some of the standard characters and stuff, but most of the ones I liked were the ones that didn't have series. They were like this weird obscure character that had like one or two comics that was gone. And I try to remember names now. It's like a horrible thing because my entire collection, along with my brother's, got stolen about 20 years ago. So
all right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so comic books for you is what it was. All right, now
can I add something real quick?
Yeah,
to my statement and an AVP statement about baseball cards. I think she'll agree. The gum and baseball cards sucked a bag of ding-a-lings. It was horrible.
God, that stuff was harder than a
It
rock.
sucked.
Oh, it was so bad.
It
Dude.
was, and it really broke the teeth.
I would have said if you had
It
chewed,
wouldn't chew it.
if you had taken one of the baseball cards and chewed it, it would have lasted longer
Yeah.
and been better than that.
Yeah, it would have. That's all. That's all I had to add, Chris. Thank you.
That's
All right,
for
no problem.
sure.
All right, so Danny asked if he could have 2 minutes. I'm going to let him have 2 minutes because, well, he's part of the KHAOS crew, so I'm going to make some chaos right now and give him 2 minutes on the board. So your 2 minutes, Danny, starts now.
There were two things I collected. First was comic books. Second was basketball cards. I'm a basketball card collecting nut. I have cards from as far back as the Celtics doing their run, and as late as the latest card I bought was John Morant, who is the point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies. I think he is going to be the Rookie of the Year. If COVID lets him play, he is awesome, and he's also from the same town I live in now. So I definitely collect cards, and I love that. I have several Michael Jordan retirement cards, so I hope one day I can pass them on to my son when I'm gone. As I do. Comic books. I'm a big Iron Man fan. Iron Man comic books. I'm a big fan of the What Ifs. I have a lot of the What Ifs. Now I am currently on something called The Batman Who Laughs. You may or may not know what that is. But,
oh, yeah. Dude, that'd be a great villain in a Batman movie.
Yes. What they can do, they do Flashpoint, but I don't know. A lot out there. But mainly things I really like is the Batman. I got old series of the All-Star Vintage with Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, all those guys. Hopefully one day I can come across their paths and get them signed, and then that'll really elevate the price. I think I got one or two of Kobe Bryant's. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hold on to them because I think that one day they may be very, very valuable, if not already. But my biggest thing, like I said, growing up, not really growing up, but from the age 21 to now, collector of basketball cards.
All right. Awesome. All right, guys. So,
I have one more thing to add, Chris.
Go ahead.
If I may. I really thought Rosetta was going to say she collected souls of the unfortunate.
What the hell, Han?
He loves it. Rosetta, he loves it. That comes from a place of love.
I can't do the heart hand thing, or I would do the heart hand
I remember that big league.
Every time I do it, it looks like I'm
yeah,
falling.
mine just
God, it almost looks right. Holy crap.
Yeah, memes, Big League Chew isn't what we were talking about. I loved Big League Chew.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, Big League Chew is awesome, bro.
It wasn't what was
That
in
was
the
a
package.
decent chewing gum.
I like
So was the
grape
bazooka
flavor,
gum
grape flavor
too.
Big League
for
Chew.
comics.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the packs of baseball cards.
So, would you guys like to know who won tonight? Actually, I got 5 questions to pick who won because we're going to get the top 2 points. The top 2 point getters are going to go into a head-to-head battle of the wits. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go from 4th place to 1st place. In 4th place, HanStar with 306,000 points, 99 or 300,006. Or I can't even say it. 306,977 points. That's what I gave you. And then in 2nd place is Alysia with 551,606 points. In 2nd place right now. Oh, and she dropped out again.
Alysia said, "To hell with you, Chris. I'm leaving."
in 2nd place, Rosetta with 636,818 points. And in first place is Danny. Danny had, if I can get back to it, Danny had, make sure I get back to it there. Danny has 955,466 points. Danny, you are currently the winner, but we have 5 questions. I'm going to ask you and Rosetta, and whoever gets the most right of those 5 questions will be the winner for tonight. Yes, Han?
All I'll say is I'm glad I wasn't last because we got first, second, third, fourth. That means Chris is in 5th place.
Yes.
So I'm not last. So that
That's right.
means I'm not last.
That's
He's
right.
always last. I should be nice to him because he's the one who picked the winner, but
Okay. So I'm going to kick Alysia and Han back to the back room. You guys stay back there and play nice. Play nice. Okay. And now here we go. We're going to go ahead and make this about, oh wait, let's see here. Redo this. There we go. Okay, hold on just a second. Alysia, since you're backstage, I'll get you guys back as soon as they're done with the 5 questions. Your 5 questions are going to be this. Basically, I'm going to ask the questions. I'm going to ask for each answer from each of you individually, okay? And then based off of that, I will give you a tally of 1 to 5 points, and whoever has the most at the end of that wins, okay? So the first question is, which Indiana Jones movie is the best? Rosetta.
Lost Ark.
Which one? Okay. And Danny?
Temple of Doom.
Okay. And next up is Back to the Future's DeLorean or Smokey and the Bandit's Trans Am. Which car?
Back to the Future.
Me?
So I'm biased towards it.
Okay. Rosetta says Back to the Future. What do you say, Danny?
Trans Am.
Trans Am. All right. Okay. Next up, Family Guy or Simpsons?
Simpsons.
Simpsons. Danny?
Simpsons.
Okay. And then up next, Geordi or Scott, the best engineer in Star Trek?
Scotty.
Mm. Man, they're on an episode together, so I'm going to go with Jordy.
Okay.
I love them both, but I've always been biased to Scotty.
And the last one is Sonic the Hedgehog or Mario. Which one?
Sonic.
Okay. The winner with 4 points is Rosetta. Rosetta wins today. The correct answer to which Indiana Jones movie is the best is Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's what I said. And then the Back to the Future DeLorean or Smokey and the Bandit didn't matter. I like both equally, so you guys both got that one. Family Guy or The Simpsons? Family Guy. Come on, guys. Come on. Edgier. Geordi or Scott? Actually, it's both again.
Like I said, I didn't really want to pick.
No, and that's the thing. I don't pick either. They're both great. And then Sonic or Mario, again, I don't pick. I like them both, but Sonic, you guys both got it right. I mean, because I like Sonic. That means 4-3. 4-3. Rosetta wins this one. Rosetta, go ahead and why don't you tell people about the 2 projects or the project you're currently working on right now? I'll let you do that as your winning gift.
All right, now I am working on what's going to be a extra release with a different artwork and storyline to it of Road Warrior Drake colorized for Alaz, and he is releasing the first version, the black
again,
tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central here, and that will be on his channel, and I will be part of that party. The trailer will have an incredible song that everybody needs to hear because both me, Aaron, Easton, and Dark Give Comics worked on it with Purple Smurf and Alaz. And this is a custom song we all wrote together.
You're talking about Shaq Skywalker, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And other than that, just please go to his channel tomorrow night and be there for the launch as we all have fun with it.
Awesome.
Hey, Hans, would you want to trade for that by chance?
It depends on what the trade would be.
You can find that online still.
Yeah, it actually just came out. I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
I got the one with Thor putting his axe in Thanos' shoulder and a Luke Skywalker land speeder. I'll give you both for that one.
Oh, you can still actually buy that day on Amazon. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, they're not that much.
It just came out like a month ago because I had it on pre-order and I just got it like a month ago.
Okay, guys, here's the deal. We're going to let you guys all tell everybody about yourself one last time. And everybody in the chat, I thank you very much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to wrap this up right now. Alysia fell out again. All right, so we're going to start with Rosetta. Rosetta, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where you can find you, and don't forget to mention your stream coming up here in about 30 minutes.
Well, about 30 minutes, but crazy hyper artist Rosetta Allen. Just search it from YouTube. It comes up plenty easy, or check his list. I'm sure he's got it. Mouthy, opinionated, but heart of gold, despite what these wankers might say. And yes, I will be starting at 9 p.m. Central here, a Star Trek panel on Wrath of Khan, which is what we're up to right now.
The old one or the new one?
Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, not Into Darkness or whatever it was. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do any of the things 2009 and past in my Star Trek.
All right. And then up next, Danny. Danny, tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
I am Danny Graham. This is my on my channel, which is Comment That on YouTube. I have several shows I do along with Chris. We have 3 in particular, which is a Chaotic Conversation on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chaotic Bliss on his channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the Rule of 3 on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also have 2 other shows that I do, which is called Square One. I just started that with Anzo on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Equilibrium on Sundays with 3 other gentlemen on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I got 5 different shows, so please, if you don't catch them all, catch one.
All right. And then up next, the master of BS, the savior of this show whenever I need a 5-second, hey, dude, you doing something right now?
Pants Drew. Hashtag Pants Drew.
Yeah. Tase Drew. Hashtag Tase Drew.
All right. HanStar, tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Hey, everybody. I'm HanStar, youtube.com/HanStar. You can find me mainly on Wednesday nights. I do my bi-weekly, if I can get it out of my mouth, my bi-weekly Wednesday streams. They're always at 11 p.m. Eastern time. I did Jackbox yesterday. I do Jackbox game night, where we play Jackbox games for 2 or 3 hours. We have a lot of fun with that. And then next Wednesday, it'll be Name That Tune, because I rotate between Jackbox and Name That Tune. You can also find Mr. Chris Knight there. He's my DJ that shows up and puts the tunes out. And this next week, it'll be the Tournament of Champions. We'll put the 4 champs from season 2 together and let them fight it out in the Thunderdome and see who comes out on top. So we always have a good time too with that show. And like I said, I'm going to do a couple short videos, so keep your eye out for that. I'm going to unbox Anthony's art book, and I'm going to unbox, not going to dox myself, I'm going to unbox Ward the Wizard. So
yeah,
look out for those short videos. And you can also find me on social media at HanStar YT on Twitter and Instagram.
Ooh, all right. Well, so Alysia says that she's not going to be able to make it back. It keeps kicking her out. So, guys, her links are down below. Make sure you take a look at those. Make sure you help her out with her GoFundMe. And to the rest of everybody here in the chat and all of you guys, thank you very much for being here today. And yeah, that's it. So everybody say goodbye. Thank you for being here at the Weekly Rumble. I will see you in about a couple weeks. That's when the next one will be. But everybody say goodbye. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to both channels and make sure to check out our friends in the Fandom Minutes. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and BitChute. And you can also send us an email at Sean@SeanStackHouseReacts.com and chrisknight at TheRealReview3000.com. And be sure to swing by our Teespring store to pick up some awesome merchandise.
Ooh, I forgot to hit the end. No.